municipalities in the country are failing to deliver basic services daily. That's the word from President Cyril Ramaphosa, who addressed a Human Rights Commission conference in Sandton earlier today. The conference is focusing on local government accountability, service delivery, as well as human rights. We have Heidi Giokos with us in studio. Heidi, exactly what did the President say is a huge concern when it comes to our municipalities?
I think the biggest issue here is the fact that the Human Rights Commission found it necessary to involve President Cyril Ramaphosa and for the Human Rights Commission to actually get involved in terms of the poor governance at a local level. We do know that service delivery has been a huge issue for many years. You've seen an increase in the number of protests coming out of communities where community members are saying nothing is really being done. The President's acknowledging the fact that there's a huge crisis when it comes to municipalities, with the Auditor General alluding to the fact that most municipalities are poor performing and don't do what they're supposed to do. The President's highlighting the fact that this can disrupt constitutional order. The Constitution is very clear in terms of what basic services South Africans are entitled to, and that there should be no human rights violation when it comes to that. But we are seeing human rights being violated on a daily basis, Masego, when there's no water, there's no electricity, there's no proper education system, there's no proper infrastructure, roads. The list goes on. And the President was highlighted to the fact that there are issues, there are water projects in certain areas and villages, but nothing is really happening or coming out of that. The money has been allocated and there's a grand announcement of these projects, but then you have communities still sitting with no water. The President's saying that there needs to be a rebuild of trust between these communities and local government, and that they basically need to work together, but also communities need to pay for the services that they do use. That also becomes a huge issue in terms of building that relationship. Let's listen to President Cyril Ramaphosa on that.
Our foremost aspiration is for citizens to be partners in their own development. It should be a process where everything is transparent. It's put up for the community to see what is happening. When a service is provided, it should be known who provides this service and at what price, and what the citizens of the municipality are meant to be paying for a particular service. If there are to be tenders, that too should be made known. Now, we have a problem where some municipalities in our country outsource everything. Everything is outsourced, from the provision of water bottles right through to cutting grass, and they still retain the employees who are meant to do that work in the municipality, but then outsource that to other players or entities or companies outside, and then they double pay. They pay to those they have outsourced to, they continue paying to those who have been employed. And those who have been employed find that the rug has been pulled from underneath their feet and they sit, twiddle their thumbs and do nothing. And those to whom services have been outsourced at an exorbitant price, they just cream it off.
All right, so Heidi, you also spoke to the Human Rights Commission CEO. What is the Human Rights Commission saying?
Yes, so the Human Rights Commission says that they, of course, had to intervene because of the crisis at local level. And the big issue here is this just going to be another talk shop? Is this just going to be the Human Rights Commission coming together with other ministers and those in government to talk about the problems? We know what the problems are. It's about finding solutions. And this is why the Human Rights Commission decided to have this two-day program where they highlight the issues and say, here are the tangible solutions to this. The President's even saying it's important for there to be solutions to these problems, which we know what the solutions are. Just provide the services and operate the way you should as a municipality. But let's listen to what the Human Rights Commission said with regards to this two-day program and hopefully finding solutions.
Too many local governments are simply not working. Service delivery is a systemic problem in our country, and that is why the Human Rights Commission has now stepped in and become directly involved in terms of local government monitoring of service delivery and making sure that we really see a difference taking place. Service delivery is about human rights, and that is why the Commission is specifically involved, and we have an extensive program looking at various aspects of local government monitoring, cooperative governance, for example, audit matters and so on. We had someone from the Auditor General's office here, the head of audit yesterday, as well as the acting public protector. And today we're continuing with the President of the Republic. We're very happy that he is coming to indicate to us how he sees the challenges as far as local government is concerned, and what is the vision of the government to create an ethical and capable and developmental local government system in our country.